When a student dreams big, but for whatever reason they need to give up, it becomes really stressful for them. And sometimes parents or teachers, we tend to come to the conclusion that the subject's just not for them, or they're just not putting in enough effort, or their friends are a bad influence. Everything is an issue. But sometimes it's just not all of that. Sometimes it is, but a lot of the times it could just be that they have poor study habits, poor work habits. Hey there, I'm Charlotte with Colorful Teaching for You, and today we're going to look at how do we take study habits and how do we integrate it into helping our children achieve these big goals by creating beautiful habits for them. So schools are designed for the most part to teach children what to learn, right? Not so much how to learn. And this is where a lot of children start to have difficulty and struggle. So we're going to look at 4 or 5, I think it's 4, let me just double check in front of me, yep, 4 different habits that we're going to teach our children so that they can achieve these big goals of theirs. And these habits are also going to help facilitate teaching them how to learn better, how to stay on task, which is going to help you with classroom management because they're going to be engaged and focused. So we're going to do this step by step, and it is going to take time to develop because a habit takes time. But once they develop it, it'll be beneficial beyond just your class. They'll start to do it in other areas of their life as well. So let's do this. Number 1 is deck it out. So here it's important for your children to be able to track their progress, right? So it's not just here's my goal, but how do I know I'm accomplishing my goal? How can I check it? How can I track it? Now, if it becomes too much of a chore for your children to track their goals, I would recommend getting them to just decorate their planner so that it's personalized and it looks beautiful for them, not just, a standard planner. That's boring. So if they want to decorate it, let them deck it out. That's why it's called Deck It Out. The second one is interval work. So you're going to start with, depending on your age group, 5 to 15 minutes. If you're much younger, it might start at 1. It really depends on your students. You know them best. Start with wherever they're at, have them work solidly for that amount of time, and then stop it. Once they are able to focus for that amount of time, increase it by 1 minute. They won't realize it until a bit later that you started to increase it, but you can develop this habit for them to learn. Over time, it'll start to become that habit. It'll start to become a natural part of their day and their life, and they won't even recognize that they've gone from, say, 15 minutes to half an hour, or from half an hour to 45 minutes of work time. And it'll make them better and stronger learners and able to focus, okay? Number 3 is quick pause. So here, when they've accomplished, when they work through that, say, 15 to 30 minutes period of time, then we look at, as a class, what did we accomplish during that time? Did we accomplish any of our mini goals? If we did, then let's share about it in class, or let's reflect about it on our sheet of paper. And once they've reflected on what they've done, what's the next step that we are going to accomplish? If they have not, were not able to achieve any of their mini goals, but they worked really hard, then they can write about what did they work on, what's the next step, so that they get closer to accomplishing their goal, okay, their mini goal. The idea here is to remind them that it's not expected for every single class that they achieve a goal, but what is expected is that they work hard to get to that point, okay? The 4th step is helpful resources. So here, children are going to hit roadblocks. Teach them that it's okay to ask for help or to look for help, to look for support. So where can they find support? Inside school and outside school. Make a note of that so that they can always go and ask for help. Okay, so let's review this again. We've looked at the importance of creating habits that our children achieve their goals, which will in turn help them do better in school academically so that they're actually able to focus. The 4 different steps that we talked about are deck it out, the second is interval work, the third is quick pause, and the 4th is helpful resources. I really hope that helps you and your students stay on task, and In the meantime, remember to create, experience, and teach from the heart. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care.